Good evening, baseball fans. Welcome to the Waldo Henderson Memorial Field for tonight's battle of the top two teams in the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League, as the first place Charlottetown Islanders are in town to take on your Chatham Miramichi Ironmen. We're just having the pregame pleasantries here as the meeting is going on here at home plate. And a excellent pitching battle tonight, Dig, as the import for the Ironmen, Jay Miller, will take on Tanner McLean for the Islanders. Could be a low-scoring affair.
Batting eighth and playing at second base. Excited to have you here with us. Number 21, Garrett Hale. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 7, Adam Wenzel. Starting pitcher for your Ironman tonight.
Yeah.
Number 25, Jay Miller. Umpiring crew behind the plate, Luke Obie, along with Craig Hope and Brian Cummings. Quite low scoring affair.
Yeah, I definitely expect it to be on the lower side. But again, anything can happen in the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League. As for the Islanders, I mean, 17 games, and they're on the back end of the season here. They have more games played than any other team. They come in tonight 13-4 on the season, 2 games up on the Ironmen, who sit in second place with a 9-4 record, fresh off a 1-0 win here against Moncton the other night. We were treated to a great ball game. So we're going to get set up here. We're going to have the national anthem, so we're going to roll on through that. It is a beautiful night here at Ironman Field, as it is slightly overcast at the moment and 26 degrees, the humidity up into the 30s, but we're going to do what we can, a little breeze, and we'll be back with first pitch right after the national anthem. Good evening, baseball fans. Welcome to O'Donaghues Ironmen Baseball Live, sponsored by Snag Sports, or brought to you, by Snag Sports. I am voice of the Chatham Miramichi Ironmen, Chris Jardine, alongside Jake Dignam. Let's take a look at the starting lineup tonight for the visiting first place PEI Islanders. Simon Dubois playing center field and leading off tonight. Duncan Pickett is hitting in the 2 spot, playing right field. Dylan Doucette batting third, playing second. Callum Thompson, junior affiliate, playing first base tonight. Cole McLaren is handling the catching duties and batting fifth. Dylan and Sam Worth back-to-back in the 6-7 holes tonight, and also manning the left side of the infield at short and third, respectively. Tyson McInnes handling the DH duties, batting eighth, and Jack McKenzie in left field, batting ninth. And they will be taking on Ironman import Jay Miller, who will be making his 5th appearance of the season, is 2-1 with a save in 12 innings pitched, has a 2.33 ERA. In those 12 innings, he has allowed only 5 hits, has 5 walks, and has 23 strikeouts, good for almost 2 strikeouts per inning pitched. And let's take a look at the defense that is going to be behind him here tonight. Across the outfield, left to right, it's going to be Kevin Landry, Mike McKay, and Zach Goss. Logan Walsh is over at third. Adam Wenzel getting another game at short as Chris Keating serves his second of a 3-game suspension. Garrick Hale at second. Nick Leggett back in the lineup after serving 1-game suspension. He's over at first base tonight. Jeff Watkins going to handle the catching duties here tonight. And again, as we alluded to prior to the anthem, Jake, anticipating a low-scoring game. Obviously, this will be the first time that the Islanders will have seen Miller. But you know what? These guys, the defending league champions, the defending national senior baseball champions, I'm sure they've done their homework. I'm sure they will be ready, and they have, as always, a formidable lineup. Yes. Yep.
Leading out for the Islanders is center fielder number 44, Simon Dubois.
Hang on. Okay, hang on. What's going on here?
In steps Dubois, and we're going to get this game going.
Sorry, I'm just messing with the settings here. Dig, I don't think anybody out there heard a word you said. So, you know what?
Yeah,
Dig,
you know what?
Listen, guys, Dig was making some really good points. That's my bad for not checking the levels before the stream started. But you know what?
Probably for the best.
Well, you know, you made some really good points about the Islanders being a tough team. You know, they've won 3 straight league titles. Obviously, we got to see what they could do in a 4-game sweep of the Ironmen in the finals last year. Both of these teams will be representing the league at the Nationals here. And there's a swing and a miss from Dubois to run the count 2-1. Dubois has been, as per usual, a tough hitter for this team. Comes in tonight hitting .434. A home run, 10 RBIs. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. And again, we saw Miller here a couple of Thursdays ago against the Royals where he gave up a run on 2 hits over 6 innings. Looked very dominant. I believe he had 11 or 12 strikeouts that night as well. He's got good swing and miss stuff. Here comes the 2-2. And that's fouled back. Look out.
And this is going to be a big test, Chris, for Jay and for the Ironman to kind of know where he stands. You know, if you have him and Julio going, there's a really good chance you get into a series here at the end of the summer with this team.
Yep, absolutely. And there's a grounder to first. Leg it up with it, a little flip to Miller, and that's going to be a 3-1 putout for those of you scoring at home, and that'll be the first out of the ball game.
Batting the right fielder, number 36, Duncan Pickett.
And that'll bring Duncan Pickett to the plate. And again, the top half of this lineup has done some damage. Pickett's hitting .300 on the season, has 4 home runs already this year. And 8 of his 15 hits have been for extra bases. Here's the pitch for Miller, and that is a changeup in there for strike 1. Luke Obey calling balls and strikes here tonight. The veteran Craig Hope down at first, and the veteran Brian Cummings down at third. So no balls, 1 strike here for Miller, and there's a swing and a miss. Good changeup down in the dirt. And again, everyone I've talked to, Jake, says that the changeup that Miller has is extremely impressive. Very hard to pick up.
That's the strikeout pitch. He said, I was talking to him a little bit after that start against Fredericton here a few weeks ago, and he says he really has a good feel for the changeup and to be able to pronate that ball and get it to dive the way he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a pitch like that that's a plus-plus pitch, you're going to rack up the strikeouts.
Mm-hmm. The 1-2. And there's a swing and a miss at that aforementioned changeup. That'll be the first strikeout of the night for Miller, and a quick 2 outs here in the top of the first. Again, want to thank everybody out there who's watching on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitch. As always, we want to thank O'Donaghues for sponsoring the stream. You'll hear some of their advertisements throughout the evening. That'll bring Dylan Doucette to the plate. Doucette off to a great start to the season, hitting .452 across 31 at-bats. Couple doubles, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, and that's in there for strike 1. Again, obviously, I don't want to play up too much the change in start time, but the 8 o'clock start does create some different challenges here with the lighting. There's a swing and a miss at a nasty slider. And again, I know from umpiring here last night that sun is extremely problematic for shortstop, third base, and left field here early on. And again, normally it doesn't start till about this time, so the guy's having to deal with it right off the rip here. The 0-2, and that one is away into the screen. That'll be 1-2. Again, the Ironmen have been busy. Second of 3 home games this week. We will also be live on Saturday as the Royals come to town for a 4 p.m. start. The 1-2. That is high for a ball as that changeup gets a little away from him. That Saturday game will be our first game of the year at Ironman Field. We have been greatly enjoying our home away from home here at the Waldo Henderson. A great field that will see its share of action when the Nationals are here next month. And that is high and tight for a ball. So that'll run it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. In the top of the first inning. To Dylan Doucette. Miller with a look in. He's got the one he wants. Comes set. And here it comes. And there's a swing and a miss at a nasty changeup for strike 3. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out in the top of the first for Miller. A half inning in the books. No score for the Islanders. The Ironmen coming to bat here in the bottom of the first on O'Donaghues Ironmen Baseball Live, powered by Snag Sports. And as we go to the bottom of the first inning, let's take a look at the lineup for your Chatham Miramichi Ironmen. Mike McKay, the center fielder, leading off. Zach Goss, the right fielder, batting second. Kevin Landry, the left fielder, batting third. Jeff Watkin, who's doing the catching duties tonight, batting fourth. Jake Cook draws in his DH tonight, batting fifth. Nick Leggett, the first baseman, hitting sixth. Logan Walsh, the third baseman, batting seventh. Garrick Hale, the second baseman, batting eighth. And Adam Wenzel, the shortstop, batting ninth. And they will take on the tough lefty, Tanner McLean. This will be his 5th appearance of the season. In 10 innings, he has yet to allow an earned run. He's 1-0, 1 save. He has only allowed 2 hits, a walk, and has 13 strikeouts. So a tough customer here for the Ironmen tonight. Again, when we hyped up the pitching matchup, Jake, we weren't lying.
No, 2 guys that are definitely here to put on a show for us. Obviously, the top of the first, you see Jay doing his part with 2 strikeouts and a weak contact rollover. So we'll see if Tanner can keep pace.
Yep. So Mike McKay is going to step in here to lead it off. What a season he has had so far. He's hitting 546 at-bats, has 15 runs scored, 3 doubles, a triple, 28 total bases, 8 RBIs, 7 walks, and 14 steals. So far, again, Mike doing Mike things and just filling up the sheet. And the first pitch from McLean is on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. So again, McLean, a tough lefty. Ironman after a 1-2-3 top of the first, looking to get something going here in the bottom. And that is a number foul down the third base side, and it's quickly 0-2. Again, no Keating in the lineup, so a bit of a different configuration here. You'll see Zach Newman down handling the coaching duties at first base tonight as Terry Leggett serves game 2 of a 4-game suspension. All of those suspensions resulting from a little bit of a fracas down in Fredericton.
Yeah,
after the game, or at the end of the game there Friday night. So here comes the 0-2. And that's in the dirt for a ball. McLean tries to get him to go fishing. Not happening.
And with these first few pitches, Chris, you can tell why Tanner's been so successful. It's kind of from the side, and it's a lefty that has a little bit of a funky delivery.
Yeah, he hides the ball very, very well. 1-2 now. And that is a little spinner out towards second. That's going to be a really tough play for Doucette, and he's going to be out at first. A very, very bang-bang play over there. That'll be a 4-3 put out, or out number 1. Yes, Kevin Bowes is back in his usual position down at third base. So Zach Goss going to step in here. That's on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Goss across 17 at-bats this season, hitting .294. Has a homer, 8 RBIs. Bats here with 1 out in the top of the first. That's a little nubber out towards first, and that's going to be a base hit. So Goss takes advantage of the defensive formation, and that'll be the first base runner of the ball game. And a base hit for Zach Goss. Again,
Great
that's
bunt
just
there.
taking what the defense gives you.
Yeah, no, great bunt. David will pull it with him towards first base, and it got out to that point where it kind of spun towards the first baseman, and at that point, Goss is just too quick to make a play.
As soon as the first baseman had to come off there, that was a base hit. As soon as that happened.
Absolutely.
And here's Kevin Landry. That's on the inside part of the plate for a strike. Good late life to that fastball from McLean as well. Landry hitting .324 on the season, a home run, 9 RBIs, has 6 stolen bases as well. Had the only run batted in the game here Monday. An RBI single in the bottom of the 5th or 6th, I believe. And that is hit high and deep to left, but foul.
Had the distance.
That ball was hit a ton. Now I got to say, Jake, this is our 4th game here now.
Yes.
Right? We have not seen a home run yet. The junior game here last night, there was 4 home runs. So we'll see if these guys can get the ball flying. I'll tell you what, Landry had the distance there, but was just a little bit out in front of it. And that is hit hard towards third, but foul as that one gets in under the hands. And I'm telling you, we could use a good cheese out of here.
You've been holding one in the tank, eh?
Well, especially with these new headsets, right? I've been just dying. Me or Jake coming down on Sunday, I think that's a hard no.
No.
I'm gonna be umpiring some junior games here on Sunday, so that's not in the cards for me, unfortunately. Still 0-2 here. That is fouled back. Landry right on that one. With some healthy 2-strike hacks here.
Yeah, he's not much for a put it the other way.
Yeah, and I mean, again, right, he has adjusted well. Obviously,
he has.
324. Again, this is maybe one of the tougher pitchers he's faced so far, right?
Doing his part.
He has very much held his own, making the jump from the Miramichi Valley Baseball League. So 0-2 here still. And that is hit high in the air, out towards first base, and that's going to be out of play.
And it's crazy, Chris. Just to speak on Landry playing last year, he cuts his average in half, and he's still hitting 300.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows you the absolutely insane season that he had with the L'Aigle de Tracadie from the Miramichi Valley Baseball League last year, where he hit 700.
Yeah.
Right? But again, he's hitting around the middle of this lineup, and again, not going to get cheated. 0-2 here still. There goes the runner, and that is fouled away. That is 5 consecutive foul-offs here by Landry. 5, maybe 6.
Doing a good job staying alive.
The one out the line, the one out here, the one back to the screen, the one over there. That's 5 consecutive foul balls. So he took the first pitch. So this is going to be the 7th pitch of the at-bat, and still 0-2 here to Landry. Goss was going on that pitch, so we'll see now if the lefty McLean maybe makes a little check over towards first. McLean has been very quick to the plate. And again, slides up there, and that is hit a mile in the air. First baseman comes in, and that is going to be caught.
Ooh.
Bit of tense moments there over at first base. But Cal Thompson eventually makes the play. And that'll be the second out here in the top of the first.
That one was skied and it had some extra spin on it right there as it was coming back down.
And again, a little bit of a breeze has been off and on here, so that ball definitely has the potential to do some weird things once it gets up into the air. So Watkins going to jump in here now with 2 out. Watkin hitting .353 here early in the season. Well, I say early in the season. There's a throw over, and Goss is back. I say early in the season, but I mean,
We're about halfway through it.
It's the 14th game. This is the right at halfway game for Ironman here tonight. But Watkin hitting .353, has a homer, 12 RBIs, and has 11 walks. That on-base percentage up over 500. Long pause from McLean here. And eventually time is called. So, yeah, Watkin with the .511 on-base percentage. Trying to get something going here. 2 outs in the top of the first. Zach Goss is over at first after a bunt single with 1 out. Another long pause, and here comes the slide step. And that is a fastball right down Main Street for a strike. Again, McLean with a couple of long holds there in a row as he tries to see maybe if he can get Goss jumping over there as the Ironman potentially looking to make something happen here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and that is hit high in the air. That is out towards right field. That's going to be a long run, and it'll be caught. And the right fielder kind of held up, but able to come in and make the play. An inning in the books here, and we have no score on this edition of Ironman Baseball Live, brought to you by O'Donaghues Irish Pub, powered by Snag Sports. Ironman Baseball Live is brought to you by O'Donaghues Irish Pub. If you're looking for great lunch options, look no further than our weekly soup and sandwich special. Available from 11 to 4 Monday to Friday and 12 to 4 on weekends, swing by for a feed or order through our website, O'Donaghues.com. Make sure to check out our Facebook page for this week's special. O'Donaghues, welcome to your pub. So we go to the top of the second. So Cal Thompson's going to lead it off here. Thompson, junior affiliate.
Made a nice play on that pop-up by Kevin Landry.
Did make a nice play. He's hitting 188 for them across 16 at-bats. 3 for 16. And there's a healthy hack at that one for strike one.
I like that. Get aggressive. Guy you didn't see, maybe thinking that you're going to get a fastball first pitch.
Yeah, exactly, right? So 0-1 here to Thompson. That is high, trying to get him to chase upstairs. Little extra zip on that one from Miller.
Nice thing about the 8 o'clock start is the shadows have basically disappeared already, so you're not dealing with it for those first 3 innings.
Well, and again, that's a foul tip down to the ground. When I think of the pitch clock, I love the pitch clock. Frazier, it's my best thing that baseball has done in recent memory, the addition of the pitch clock. I
Makes
wish we
the
had it
games
here.
watchable.
I wish we had it here.
Don't get me wrong, I was also a fan of sitting down to watch a 4-hour ball game every now and again, but it definitely makes it more approachable for the casual
You know what?
fan.
Especially when the Jays are on the West Coast and you get an 11 p.m. start and you're still in bed 1:15.
Yeah.
Beautiful. 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Miller to Thompson. And that is in on the hands, and that is a very, very, very long run, and that will fall foul. Again, Landry was back towards the track, playing kind of straight up. That was going to be a very difficult catch for anybody. Landry, Walsh, and Wenzel converge there, but the ball falls harmlessly to the ground. So the count will remain 2-2 here. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here. Top of the second. That is called strike 3 on the inside corner. And that is the 3rd strikeout of the ball game so far for Miller.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Cole McLaren.
He's racking them up. That is a ball. Pretty good looking pitch, but called a ball by home plate umpire Luke Obie. And that is a liner towards second. Hale up with it, and he won't make the catch, but he'll have to throw over to first for the out. So quick second out here. So Miller comes into the game tonight with 23 strikeouts. He has recorded 3 additional, which puts him up to 26, which is good enough for 5th in the league. The difference being the guys in front of him have thrown 33, 30, 23, and 21 innings respectively. Miller, 13 and 2/3.
Yeah, no, Miller when he's got the fastball changeup going has been basically unhittable at this point, right?
Yes, that's right. Again, I mean, you're looking at a guy who across 13 and 2/3 innings so far has given up a grand total of 5 hits.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And that is high and away. Again, he has the same number of hits and walks, 5 of each. So as long as he's controlling the ball and avoiding the free pass. Again, obviously the Royals were able to get to him late in the game down there on Friday night. And it's 2-1 here to Worth. Dylan Worth. Got to be careful of that. We get 2 Worths in the lineup tonight with Dylan and Sam, I believe. Yes, sir. Dylan hitting .265 on the season. And the 2-2. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Miller with 4 strikeouts across the first 2 innings. The second inning, same as the first. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out. So after an inning and a half here, it is no score from Waldo Henderson Memorial Field.
No runs, didn't have a hit, no Ironman errors, nobody.
So that'll bring up Jake Cook to lead off the bottom of the second inning here. Sure could use that breeze making a reappearance that was here earlier as it gets a little hot up here in the booth. Jake hitting .267, has hit well here at the Waldo. A couple of real good games for him so far. And that is a liner into left center field. That's going to get down. Cook is going to round first and head towards second. Aggressive turn, but he's going to turn back. So that'll be the second hit for the Ironmen. And a leadoff single here in the bottom of the second. So again, right on cue, Cook has hit well here at the Waldo. He hits the first pitch into left field. Little lefty on lefty crime there.
Yeah, nice and aggressive. The first inning, McLean was all around it, so he said, you know what, I'm looking for the fastball in the middle part of the plate, and he put a really good swing on that one, shooting it to left.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a curveball from McLean and finds the back door for strike one. So here's Nick Leggett, again, back in the lineup after serving a one-game suspension. 0-1 to him here. And that is hit hard to left, but right at the left fielder. And that'll be a line out L7 for Leggett. And that'll bring up Logan Walsh.
Good contact by Leggett there. Hit it hard, just right at somebody.
Well, here's a guy you'd like to see get some of that contact as well. Again, the Ironmen who have been rolling. Logan Walsh needs to get it going here. 3 for 27 on the season, hitting 111. Obviously, we know he's a much better ball player than that. See if he can get it going here tonight. Get some hard contact. That is down for ball one. Throw to second, and Jake is going to be out by a lot. So that's going to be a caught stealing. That will erase the base runner, and now there will be 2 out.
Good throw by Cole McLaren
Yeah,
right there.
great
Right
throw
on
by
the money.
McLaren there. Right on the money. And again, that's just trying to get something going.
And McLean, quick to the plate.
Yep.
Really good at a quick slide step or a quick hold.
And I'll have to ask Kevin after the game because his body language over at third makes me think that maybe something else might have been on there.
The hit and run, perhaps.
Potentially. I mean, it wasn't a real good pitch to hit. It was low and into Walsh. And that is hit in the air towards center. And Dubois is going to make the play. So the Ironmen get a leadoff single that's erased on the caught stealing, and that's going to be a quick inning. So 2 quick ones here. We got no score here at the Waldo Henderson Memorial Field between the first place Islanders and your Chatham Miramichi Ironmen on O'Donaghues Ironmen Baseball Live, powered by Snag Sports. Ironmen Baseball Live is brought to you by O'Donaghues Irish Pub. If you and your pup are looking for a snack, bring them on by and check out the O'Dogs Pup Menu. With plenty of space on our outdoor patio, you and your furry friend can both enjoy some of your favorites all summer long. Check out both our 2- and 4-legged menus on our website, O'Donaghues.com. O'Donaghues, welcome to your pub. So we go to the top of the third, no score here. I would say it's looking a lot like Monday's game, but I didn't get here till the third inning. But that's kind of the similar situation.
Yeah, not much doing for either team so far. As we kind of said in the opening there, a pitcher's duel, and that's what we've been treated to so far.
6 up, 6 down for Miller. Ironmen have had a couple hits, a Zach Goss punt single and a Jake Cook base hit. Nothing doing on either side. That is inside for a ball.
And it'll be the second time through the lineup, Chris, where I think we'll see how the Islanders are going to fare against Miller. You know, obviously seeing him for the first time, you're trying to gather as much information as you can, kind of what the pitches do, where they go.
That's high 2-0. That's right. Here's his affiliate Samworth, 2.63 average in his appearances with the senior team this year. Does have 8 runs scored, 5 for 19. There's a healthy hack at a 2-0 fastball from Worth. 7-8-9 here for the Islanders. Worth, McInnes, and McKenzie. 2 balls, 1 strike here. And he squares the bunt, and that one is popped 100 feet out of play.
That might be the furthest foul ball bunt.
I was just going to say, I don't know if I've
ever
ever seen somebody foul a bunt. That's in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like, that cleared everything. So 2-2. Change up here. Nope, fastball. Try to get him at the top of the zone. So now we'll see. That might be a setup here to try to pull the string with the change up 3-2, you think, maybe.
Hey, if you got confidence in that pitch, you throw whenever you want.
Miller does. We'll see. Full count pitch. And he goes fastball right at the bottom of the zone. And that is punch out number 5 so far for Miller.
About in the DH, number 26, Tyson.
That'll bring up Tyson McInnes, the designated hitter tonight, 214, 3 for 14 on the season. That is hit towards second, and Garrick Hale will make that play. As Miller, once again, 2 quick outs here. The Islanders, again, obviously these 8 p.m. starts traveling all the way to Miramichi is a bit tough. They're without a couple of regulars across their lineup that have had great seasons. No Nolan Ryan in the lineup hitting 357. No Tyler Taylor, who's hitting 355. No Logan McDougall, who's hitting 350. No Josh Myers, who's hitting 342. And there's a strike to the number 9 hitter, Jack McKenzie. So, again, some regulars missing, which we, again, obviously we have seen from the Islanders when they make this trip. Obviously, you know what? This is a working man's league. Everybody has a life. You're having to leave Summerside at 4 o'clock, probably earlier than 4 o'clock, to make it here for an 8 p.m. start. So, you know, we have seen neither team really at their full capacity right now. There's a swing and a miss. Run the count 1-1 or 1-2. Neither team really at their full capacity. Obviously, no Keating for the Ironmen.
No.
The Islanders missing a few bats, but here it comes. And there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 6 strikeouts across the first 3 innings for Jay Miller. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. No score here at the Waldo Henderson Memorial Field. So we go to the bottom of the 3rd here, no score. A massive shout out to all of our fans out there in Facebook land and YouTube watching the stream tonight, wherever you are. If you're local here, if you're watching from the island or anywhere across the country, we thank you for supporting the stream. We thank O'Donaghues Irish Pub, as always, for sponsoring the stream this year. And it's going to be Gary Gale. 8-9-1 for the Ironman. Gale Wenzel in the back to top the order. Quentin, I wouldn't have any clue what the record for Ironman K's is in a game, but I would probably guess it's from the era when they played 9 innings.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Obviously, a long era of New Brunswick senior baseball was played under 9-inning rules. So I would imagine it's in the 20s.
Yes.
And something that'll never be broken. And Hale, oh, boys.
The crowd not pleased with that strike 1
the crowd
call.
not pleased. I'm not pleased with that one myself. It looked like McLaren had to pick it up off the ground, but strike 1 nonetheless. And that is hit towards third, but foul. And again, I will say, right, McLean's ball has a lot of life. So Where it ends up in relation to the catcher's glove might not be where it's crossing the plate. That
Yeah,
fastball
no,
that he
fair
has,
enough.
that fastball that he has, I mean, it's not even fair calling it a fastball.
No, it's almost
Looks
like a
more so
two-seam
like a
runner.
sinker, yeah.
Sinker.
That is hit towards right field, and that is foul. Just foul down the line. First base umpire Craig Hope with a great look at that one makes the call. Just outside the line. Want to give a big shout out to Tyler Hilchey watching from home tonight on the big screen TV.
Oh,
Loyal
thank you,
fan of the
Hills.
stream.
Yeah. Well, we're giving shout out.
Always
Shout out.
appreciate all the support.
Happy belated to a big Ironman supporter in the YouTube stream, Jordan Doyle. Birthday was
Yes,
yesterday.
yeah, Jordy loves his YouTube stream. There's a grounder towards short. Worth up with it. Throw across the diamond, and it'll be in time. That'll be out number 1. Bottom of the 3rd. And happy birthday to you, Mr. Digg, earlier this week.
Thank you.
Tuesday?
Yes. Tuesday, yeah.
So funny enough,
Adam Wenzel.
Tuesday being your birthday, Tuesday was also the 4th anniversary of the first Ironman stream that we did.
Is that
I got
4
looking
years?
in my memories after I wished you happy birthday on Facebook, and it was 4 years to the day
Yes, sir.
when I streamed the first Ironman game. So there you go.
Time flies when you're
And
having
now
fun.
you're here on the stream.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean?
Almost
It's-
like it was meant to be right off. Doyle in the YouTube chat, huge fan, he says. Here's Wenzel. And that is hit towards first, bit of a spinner. And that's going to be foul. Quickly 0-2. And both pitchers economical here.
Yeah, both have been very, very effective, minimizing
Yeah, no walks as of yet.
nobody to reach second base yet on either team.
And the 0-2, and that is fouled.
Wenzel obviously filling in for Keating at this point
Yep.
with him suspended for one more after this one.
Yes, sir. He will sit out on Saturday. That is high and away for a ball. Runs it to 1-2. You know, we've had a great time here at the Waldo Henderson Field. We will continue to have games here into next week. The Ironman moving up the start time of Saturday's game so they can play it over at Ironman as the field is currently saw lights.
Yes.
Something that we hope is going to be fixed in time for Nationals. But that's called strike 3 as Wenzel goes down looking for out number 2. But, I mean, this field obviously going to play a big part of the Nationals, right, with some great action here. Also, in September, going to host the Intermediate A. Provincials are going to be here September 11th to 13th as the best intermediate teams in the province will descend here. So
A lot of great baseball at the Waldo
a lot of
Henderson
great
this
baseball on the river in general. That's fouled away again at the Waldo here. The weekend after that in September, the 15 AAA Atlantic Championships are going to be here, being hosted by the 15 AAA Miramichi Twins, coached by Ironman alumni John Saunders. And there's a base hit towards short. That's going to be a tough play. Strong throw across, and McKay's in there. Thompson not able to come up with it anyway. I think Mike would have been safe regardless. I think he had that beat out. That should go down as a hit, and it will. And we have Dan Esty from CABC in the chat. Time for my shameless plug. Because, guys, if you do not follow CABC Baseball on Facebook, you absolutely should. Dan does a phenomenal job covering Canadian amateur baseball from coast to coast, including the New Brunswick Senior Baseball League and a lot of teams that we are going to see here in August. Head over to the CABC Facebook page. Give them a follow. They do some great work over there. That's a curveball in there for strike 1 to Goss.
And I've been following Dan's post closely. You kind of want to see, you know, who's hot and what teams are kind of on the run because you're going to see them here.
I await the newest version of the top 10 list.
Yes, that'll be exciting.
I have to say, I expect at least an honorable mention for the Ironman. Just throwing that out there. Shameless elevator pitch. But Dan does a great job over there. Again, he has a top 10 list that he updates periodically of all the best teams in the country. Again, a lot of those teams we're going to see here next month. So 2 balls and 1 strike here to Goss. 2 balls and 1 strike, I think. It's done. Just typing it up now. There you go. So head on over to CABC, guys. Coming soon, an updated top 10 national ranking. And that is fouled back. If you're in the chat, Fraser, you should just be able to click right on his profile picture and give him a follow. He's in the chat posting messages. You should be able to just click on his profile there and give him a follow. Or maybe Dan could toss a link in there. All permissions granted. Long look over to McKay here. And a throw over. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. No score. The Ironmen have had a base hit in every inning. They have not been able to advance fast past first base. 1 stranded, 1 caught stealing. And that is on the outside part for strike 3. Goss goes down looking, so that'll end the bottom of the third. 3 quick innings in the books here at the Waldo Henderson Field. It is no score on this edition of O'Donaghues Ironmen Baseball Live, powered by Snag Sports. Ironman Baseball Live is brought to you by O'Donaghues Irish Pub. Lobster roll, fries, and a cold beer. That's it. That's the ad. What else do you need to hear? Come on down to O'Don's and pick one up today. You can also order ahead or have it delivered. Check out our website, O'Donaghues.com, or check us out on DoorDash. O'Donaghues, welcome to your pub. So we go to the top of the fourth. Again, a quick 3 innings in the books here. A 43-minute 3-inning span here. We go to the top of the fourth, and it's back to the top of the order as Miller has faced the minimum. Has faced the minimum and has 6 strikeouts. So we'll see as if Jake mentioned, if the Islander is able to make a bit of an adjustment here second time through. And that is on the outside part for strike 1. And again, we've seen a few shrugs and head shakes at Luke Obi strike zone, but again, he has been very consistent both sides.
Yep.
Nothing to complain about here. There's a swing and a miss, and it's quickly 0-2. Miller locked in here right now. That is outside for a ball. So he tries to get him to chase the changeup. And again, obviously, Miller has had that start against the Mets where he threw a 4-inning no-hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Have faced the Royals multiple times. 3 times, in fact. He had the start and 2 relief appearances against the Royals.
Yeah, 1 here, 1 in Fredericton.
And then obviously has not yet seen the Alpines. This is the first time he's seeing the Islanders. But again, this is very reminiscent of the start that he had against the Royals, except he's been sharper tonight. That one is high and away. Against the Royals, he battled a bit of control problems earlier in the game, had a couple of walks.
I think he had 4 free passes in that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Definitely more direct tonight, more fastballs, more.
Full
Here it is, hit
That is popped up out towards left. Landry in, under it, and makes the play. We're out number 1. So Dubois, after going down 0-2, works it to full count, pops out. And I'll tell you, one of the things we haven't talked about enough with Landry is he has shown some excellent defense as well. In addition to being a tough out at the plate, he made that play here in center field the other night. I know you were a little late getting here, but he made this diving play. He's been very rock solid in the outfield, which again is something that we have seen from time to time. The Ironman outfield kind of
Yeah, well,
can be a little helter-skelter, right? And
yeah, there's some balls that, you see sometimes you go,
That's
oh,
in there
maybe
for
that one
strike
should be
1.
caught. Landry, obviously a plus defender, and when you have Mike in center as, probably the best defender in the league at that position, it definitely allows your pitchers to pitch to more contact. You're not as scared as the ball in the
That's
gap.
strike 2.
You can get Mike to go get it, or even
Yeah,
Zach,
Absolutely. Well, we saw here the other night, a bunch of guys playing out of position. Landry in center, McKay at first, both made amazing diving plays in that 5th inning. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's strikeout number 7. Teaser from Dan in the chat. 4 teams making their first time appearance on the top 10 list. Lots of movement again. As
I was gonna say
some of the leagues out west, are starting to wrap up.
Yeah, no, they play quite early into the year and then finish to be able to
Not
make
here.
these tournaments. No, this is a finish October 1st in your Long Johns league.
So here's Dylan Doucette. And that is nubbed out towards second. And Hale up with it. And strong throw across, and he got him! What a play by Garrick Hale on a little pop-up that he had to shorthand. Makes a throw across, put a star next to that one as that ends the top of the 4th. Halfway home here at Ironman Field, and exactly what we expected. No score on this edition of Ironman Baseball Live, powered by Snag Sports. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning here. And as I say that, I realize I didn't advance it to the bottom of the 4th inning on the scorebook. Bottom of the 4th inning here, we get no score. It's going to be the 3, 4, 5 hitters here for the Ironmen. Mid-August and 17th in West Canadian. Yeah, that's right. Obviously, their schedules are heavily influenced by farming.
Well, if I'm not mistaken,
in Manitoba and Saskatchewan, right?
When talking to Jeff, I believe there's a big Ontario elimination tournament that's got a ton of teams in it, and it's kind of like a last man standing, you go to nationals type deal.
So here comes Landry for the second time. That's a curveball in there for a strike. And we have seen McLean last inning or so go to that first pitch curveball a little more.
Yep.
Just trying to keep the Ironman hitters at bay. Landry had 6 foul balls his last time up before he hit a massive pop-up.
Straight up in
the air. But had 5 or 6 foul balls before that. So seeing the ball well tonight, had a ball in the left field line here that definitely had the distance, just not able to keep it in the park. And there's a big hack. He fouls that off to run it 1-2.
And if I'm McLean and I'm able to land that, outside breaking ball to the right-handed hitter, not a whole lot of damage can be done with that pitch.
No.
Even if you square it up.
As long as you keep it on the
the
corner
outer
or out.
Yeah, exactly.
Try to catch that backside. The 1-2, and that is in the dirt. That'll get away. So that'll run the count to 2-2 now. Halfway home here, the Islanders, zeros across the board. The Ironmen have 3 hits. Goss, Cook, McKay. All with singles. And that is popped out towards right. as Landry gets under that one, and that'll be out number 1 here.
Now batting the catcher, number 16, Jeff Watkins.
So that'll bring Watkin in here. Again, the Ironmen have had 1 runner on in each inning so far, all singles. Goss with a bunt single in the first was stranded there. Cook with a leadoff single in the second.
Yep.
And was caught stealing. That's a curveball in there for a strike. And Mike McKay with I believe it was a 2-out single in the third. Here comes the 0-1. That is high for a ball. Dan's currently at Royals Field watching the Junior Ironmen take on the Royals. The Junior Ironmen and Royals played here last night. The Royals coming out victorious 14-3 in a light night of work for old Mr. Umpire Jardine down at third base.
The best spot to be in a 3-man system.
Yes,
third
sir.
Base.
Give me the third baseline all week long. Was a great night at the park. Ate lots of seeds.
Couple easy calls.
Not always going to be that way, but you take them when you can get them. Was a good night watching junior baseball. Another good game down there tonight. That is fouled back. I don't think 14-3 last night was indicative of the actual game. I think after 4 or 5 innings, it was 2-1.
Yeah, you tend to see that a little bit with the junior
Ironman
baseball.
bullpen just had a hard time throwing strikes, and the Royals were able to take advantage of some pitching inconsistencies and some defensive miscues. That game, the score wasn't indicative of the actual game. 1-2 to Watkin, and that is hit back up the middle, and that is going to get through for a base hit. So for the 4th consecutive inning, the Ironmen have a single. And with 1 out here, let's see if they can make something out of it.
Number 11, Jake Cook.
Still haven't had a runner reach second base tonight on either team.
Nope. Hasn't been a runner pass first. Jake Cook, the only base runner that's touched second.
And he was erased on a
unbelievable
throw.
Did I catch Dylan Cease's one-hitter yesterday? Yes, I did. Was behind the dish. But you like that one, Jake? Yeah, you did, yeah. So here's Cook. 1 for 1 with a single. And that's in the dirt.
Good block.
Good block by McLaren. So again, Ironman trying to get something going. Another great crowd here at the Waldo Henderson Field. Take a look down the line here. All kinds of patrons down there. Filled up down this way as well. The fans have come out to the Waldo here in droves. That is on the outside part for a strike, so leaving the count at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Jeff Watkins over at first. The Ironmen have had a single, and only a single, in every inning so far. Have not been able to advance a runner any further than first base. And that's curveball low and away.
Cook checking the
2
signs
balls,
from
1 strike here.
Coach Kevin Bowes down at third.
Yep.
Maybe something on here. You never know.
Yeah, we'll see again. Big hole on the right side here for Cook to try to pull one through. And that's down, and now he's in a hitter's count here, 3-1.
Now you're
Again.
pretty sure you're getting a fastball,
Yep.
so this may be the count.
This may be take a hack time. Again, McLean hasn't had many 3-ball counts. The 3-1. And that is hit hard towards third, but foul. So
Cook got
the
his fastball.
Yeah, he got the fastball he's looking for, just couldn't get around on it. Let her rip. Down, down. Again, want to thank everybody who's watching out there. If you're partaking on Facebook or YouTube, we appreciate everybody checking out the stream. Full count pitch here to Cook with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off. Cook just able to get a piece as Watkin was going. It makes a lot of sense to start the runner there 3-2 with 1 out.
Yeah, just stay out of the double play if the ball is on the ground. Give Nick Leggett a chance to drive in a run from second base.
Yeah, absolutely. Try to stay out of a double play, obviously, right? Again, knowing that this could be another 1-run ball game. Another full count pitch here. And that is bleeded into center, but that's going to be deep enough for Dubois to be under it off the end of the bat, and that is out number 2. So that'll bring up Leggett now with the runner still over at first base.
Now batting the first baseman, number 44, Nick Leggett.
So Leggett steps in here with 2 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. No score. Walking the runner over at first. Long look over from McLean. And that is high and away for ball 1. Leggett and Walsh here, a couple guys that the Ironmen would like to see getting hot here as they hit the middle stretch of the season. That is fouled away. A couple of guys who have been making good swings but have had a hard time squaring up baseballs here over the last couple weeks. And again, obviously, both Nick and Logan, better hitters than what the stats have shown.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great opportunity here to maybe drive one into the gap. The 1-1 pitch coming. And that is high for a ball. So Nick leaves that one up. So 2 balls, 1 strike now. Runner over at first is Watkin. McLean with a long look in. And there is a healthy hack by Leggett at a high fastball there. Now it's 2-2. 2-2, 2 out here, bottom of the 4th. Here comes. And that is hit hard towards center. Dubois in, and he doesn't make the catch. He does a great job of blocking it, but unable to make the catches. That was a sinking liner. So for the first time tonight, a base runner has successfully reached second base, as that's going to be a base hit for Leggett. And again, that a tough one. I might have been knuckling. I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, it was.
It definitely was dying off, and great effort from Dubois out there. And again, did a great job of, obviously didn't come up with the catch, but kept it in front. If that goes by,
that's a run.
I mean, that's a run. You know, Watkin
absolutely.
runs well. So now 2 on here for Logan Walsh with 2 out.
But yeah, priority 1, definitely catch the ball. Priority 2, keep that one right in front of you, and he was able to do that. So no damage done.
Good swing from Walsh there, but fouls it off. And again, just not finding the middle of the barrel here right now.
Does have 2 home runs.
Yep.
2 of his 3 hits, I believe, have left the park. So he
Yes,
is.
sir. So, and I mean, we know he's got that power.
Yeah, he
You know,
has to
obviously
do damage.
some of the bombs he hit a couple years ago as an affiliate. It's just, you know what, he's just having a hard time finding the middle of the barrel right now over the last few games. But again, a situation here where a base hit somewhere, playing shallow in center and right.
You shoot one over an infielder's head here. Jeff has enough speed to
and be going hard with 2 out.
to make it interesting.
1 ball, 1 strike. That's on the outside of the plate for a
pitch.
strike. Great fastball from McLean there, and pretty much an unhittable location. So 1 ball, 2 strike here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Watkin, the first runner of the ball game to reach second base successfully. And that's a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. for strike 3. So the Ironmen will strand 2. They have done all the damage, but they have not been able to bring anything across. 4 complete innings in the books. Here at the Waldo Henderson Memorial Field, it is no score between the Islanders and your Chatham Miramichi Ironmen. On this Ironman Baseball Live, sponsored by O'Donaghues Irish Pub, powered by Snag Sports. Ironman Baseball Live is brought to you by O'Donaghues Irish Pub. If you're looking for great lunch options, look no further than our weekly soup and sandwich special. Available from 11 to 4 Monday to Friday and 12 to 4 on weekends, swing by for a feed or order through our website, O'Donaghues.com. Make sure to check out our Facebook page for this week's special. O'Donaghues, welcome to your pub. So we go to the top of the 5th. It's time for our O'Donaghues in-game recap. Well, there's no score. The Islanders have gone 12 up, 12 down. 7 strikeouts, I believe, for Miller so far. The Ironmen have no runs on 5 hits. They've had a runner on in every inning. Last inning was the first time they had a runner as far as second base. But the score is 0-0. No errors. Couple of great defensive plays. Garrick Hale with one here in the last inning. And it's going to be 4, 5, 6 here, with Cal Thompson leading it off.
Cal, a victim of the strikeout looking his last time
Yes,
up,
sir.
1 of the 7.
So Miller sets back in here. And that is hit hard towards short. Wenzel up with it. Strong throw across, and he got, oh no, Nick unable to squeeze it. And we'll see what that gets scored. Nick with a long stretch. And I already hear some heated debate next door, and they give him a hit.
That will break up
Yes, that is
Jay's perfect game he has.
Yes, sir. That is the first base runner of the ball game for the Islanders. That is inside for ball 1. So now the question is, Jake, do you agree?
I think if that's a good throw, he's out. That's all I'll say on that.
All right. That's in there for,
Oh, that is.
Where
looks
is
like
that?
A pretty good pitch.
have to assume that was up again,
Yeah,
as we always say, right? Very hard to judge up and down here. And Luke has been very tight at the top of that zone tonight. The 2-0. That's right down Broadway for a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike here. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. And that is popped up. Back of second. Hale backs up and makes the play. So that'll be the first out of the top of the 5th.
Shortstop number 11, Dylan Worth.
And that'll bring up Dylan Worth.
He's going to second base here. Oh, no. Okay.
No.
He was gesturing out there and hopping around at first base like as if he was going to take off. Nobody's covering
Okay.
the bag.
Nobody looking around. And again, that is the thing that championship ball teams do. They take every advantage they can get. They know they're in tough here. The way Miller has thrown across the first 4 1/3.
Yeah, they're definitely in a mode where, hey,
Yep.
listen, we don't think we're going to put up a bunch. We need to scrape 1 or 2
Yep.
here to try to,
Well, and
to
again,
pull out a
you
win.
end up with there's a swing and a miss at a great changeup. You end up with a base hit that, very easily could be chalked up as a defensive miscue, right? Obviously, Wenzel with a deep play in the hole, a long throw across. Nick makes a big stretch, but unable to get it. Trying to take advantage any way you can. There's another great changeup, and again, that thing just falls off of the table.
Yeah. credit to Thompson, the affiliate, for getting down the line quick, making it
Yep,
hard on
absolutely.
Wenzel. Nothing for granted.
Yeah, that's right. And there's a – oh, and they will say he went. They'll say he went around there. So that'll be a check swing strikeout. Strikeout number 8 for Miller. Much to the objection of the third base coach.
Third baseman, number 14, Sam Worth.
Again, really hard to tell here. It looked like it was a pretty close.
Yeah,
The home plate umpire,
nobody in the
Luke
park's
Obi, makes
going to
the
have
call.
a
Yep.
better call than, or better
Well,
view
and in
than
that
him right
situation,
there.
as you can see, right, we'll get to that in just 1 sec, as Sam Worth, and that is hit high and deep to left. That is back, and it's over the fence. That will be a 2-run home run for Sam Worth as he runs into one, and it just scrapes over the wall. And just like that, the Islanders take the lead. It's 2-0. And again, that's a situation where sitting fastball, and he gets just enough of it to put it out of here. And it's 2-0 as the Islanders take advantage of that base runner, which allows the inning to continue. Well, I mean, I guess it didn't allow the inning to continue at the time, but you know what I mean. That is high and away for a ball. So the first 2 hits of the ball game for the Islanders have resulted in 2 runs. That misses inside for ball 2. So again, a great piece of hitting from Sam Worth there to jump on the first pitch. That's down the middle of the plate for a strike.
Yeah, got a fastball he could handle,
Yeah.
and made a really good swing on it, you know.
Well, and again, when you have a guy that's been mixing fastball, changeup, you have to pick one.
Yeah, and he sat on it. He
Yep.
made a great swing.
Yep. That's fouled off. And that is hit into right. Zach Goss back a bit, but he will make the play. So that will end the inning, but the damage is done. The Islanders with a 2-run home run courtesy of Sam Worth break open the score. And after 4.5, it is Islanders 2, Ironmen no score.
Nobody left on base.
Great question, Frazier. We haven't released the full stream plan for Nationals yet, but I can tell you that Ironman games will be live here on the Ironman Facebook page. We do have some dedicated YouTube pages for the fields, but our intention is to also co-stream Ironman games here on the Ironman Facebook page. So if you're looking to catch Ironman games during the Nationals, you can watch them right on the Ironman Facebook page. Again, my recommendation would be if you're looking to get all the updated plans on what's happening with the 2026 Baseball Canada Men's Senior Nationals, head on over and follow that page on Facebook, 2026 Baseball Canada Men's Senior Nationals. There's a dedicated page that we have all of the necessary information related to the tournament. And Garrick Hale is going to step in here in the bottom of the 5th now as the Ironmen find themselves down 2-0. And that is hit into right field. That's going to be a long run, and that is going to be caught And again, I'll tell you what, I thought that ball was going to curl more towards the line. That kind of straightened out.
Yeah, no, it didn't go as far
Possibly
as
a little bit of a breeze pushing in off the water here. I thought that one was going to be right at the line, but Hale flies out to right. And it's going to be Wenzel here, the number 9 hitter for the Ironmen. And then back to the top of the order for Mike McKay. Again, the Ironmen have had base runners in every single inning. They have 5 hits, 5 singles, but have been unable to do anything with any of them. And that's in there for a strike 1-1. Activity in the Islanders bullpen here as Nathan Van Putten has started warming up. I mean, he's just throwing down there. The catcher's not down or anything, but he is getting loose. And again, the consideration would be with McLean being an affiliate player. Obviously, pitch count is a factor, right, as a junior age player. So
can't throw over 115 today.
That's right. So it's going to be one of those situations where Van Putten getting ready on the eventuality that he is needed. And that is outside for a ball. (10-4) junior Ironman down in Fredericton. Wow.
Holy.
Turning it around from last night. And there is a bouncer from Wenzel. That's going to be a tough play. Throw across, and he got him. That'll be 6-3 on the putout and the second out of the inning here.
Good on in the center fielder. Number 42, Mike. Okay.
So looking for some damage here from the top of the order. As we're in the bottom of the 5th. Not that you want to already start talking about running out of outs, but McLean has held them relatively at bay. Again, has scattered 5 singles. McKay takes that one on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. McKay's 1 for 2. That's in the dirt. Well out in front of home plate as he spikes that one. McKay, and then if the inning continues, it'll be Zach Goss.
And we're not in this territory yet, but blooping a blast gets you right back in this game,
sir.
right? And this is the part of the lineup that you want to up.
That's right. You've got the blast guys coming up here. And that is high and away for a ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike here. 2 out, bottom of the 5th. McKay steps out. Takes a second, resets himself. And back in we go. And that is hit down the right field line, but that is going to land foul. Despite a long run from Pickett's out there. So the count, 2-2 now. 2-2, 2 out, bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Islanders is the score. And McLean comes set. And that is hit back up the middle, and that is going to be a base hit. I don't think there's any world where McKay gets thrown out again. Dylan Doucette.
No.
It tried his best there, but that was a base hit as soon as it got by the pitcher.
Yeah, heck of an effort by Doucette, but Mike just runs too well. Any of those little ones that aren't.
And now you're in a situation where you got to try to make something happen on the bases here.
Yeah.
Obviously, down 2, you don't want to run yourself out of an inning, but you've got your best base runner over at first, a guy who has 14 steals in 15 attempts, and you got Zach Goss at the plate who's 1 for 2. And that is spiked, and another great block from McLaren there. Again, McLaren has had a couple of really, really good blocks here with runners on. That one was a good 2-3 feet in front of home plate.
Yeah, really good at just deadening the ball.
Yeah.
It always seems to be in the batter's boxes with McLean.
Absolutely.
Really good technique.
Yep. And that is a bounder out towards second. It's going to get by the pitcher, That is going to be a really tough play, and they throw it away. An ill-advised throw from Doucette. Again, I don't think there was any chance they were going to get Goss at first, especially after he double pumped. I think maybe if he fields that cleanly, there's a chance for a bang-bang play, but he couldn't get it out of the glove. And when he couldn't get it out of the glove, Goss was definitely going to be in there. He throws it away. And again, this is one of those situations where you're very happy that we're at the Waldo and not Ironman Field, because at Ironman Field, that's in the stands.
Yeah, that ball's out, and it's an extra base.
I know you guys can't see it here on the camera. Maybe we'll see if we can get a look, but you can see just down past the dugout over here. Let me see if I can get my finger. Just down past the dugout, there is a high fence. And that is again, at Ironman Field, that ball's out of play. But either way, it allows McKay to advance to third. So the Ironmen have runners at the corners. And it is Monday night's hero, Kevin Landry at the dish. Again, the only run batted in on Monday night at the hands of big number 45. And now with runners at the corners here, he has a chance to be Mr. Clutch yet again. And yes, he did. He was looking to hack there. And that's a swing and a miss for strike one. That was a easy call.
Yeah, no, curveball. Looked like Kevin was sitting fastball.
He was sitting heater. That ball's in the dirt. Another great block from McLaren.
And if I'm McLean, knowing that, Landry is probably sitting fastball here, and I have the confidence to be able to throw those curveballs and changeups, I'm just going to keep feeding him those, not give in to the fastball.
Yeah, exactly. He's sitting dead red here. Oh, boys. And that's a bad call. Let's call that one what it was. That was down and in and called a strike. I had a great look at that one. Did he call it a ball?
No.
He put the hand up, and that is ripped into center field for a base hit. Doesn't matter what it was called now. But that is a base hit, and the Ironmen are on the board. It is 2-1. I was sure he did his fist
strike,
in front,
yeah,
but then he said it was 2-1. So anyway, it doesn't matter now. Moot point.
Regardless, because Kevin slashes one into center field, and we got a 2-1 game.
That's right. So Landry has the Ironmen's last 2 RBIs across this week. And now they would love for someone else to step up. Is now Jeff Watkin in here. And this is situation critical.
Single away from a tie game with Goss's speed at second base.
You've got the speed of Goss with 2 out. And that is on the inside part of the plate for a strike. And again, some emotions heating up here. Some displeasure with the strike zone here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-1 Islanders. Ironman threatening with a couple on, and their cleanup hitter at the dish. And again, that's high and away for a ball, 1-1. Again, obviously a mid-season game. The implications are minor, but both teams ratcheted up here. Understanding what's going to be on the line here a month from now.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can feel that there's a little bit of playoff, feel to the game.
That is high for a ball. And again, now it's PEI with some displeasure. And Luke Obey is going to go. And Luke Obey, home plate umpire, gives both sides.
Just telling them,
warning.
hey, listen.
Yep, that's enough.
No more of that, and you can respect that as an umpire being on the other side,
bench
too.
had their say. Kevin Bowes had his say. No more. So 2 balls, 1 strike here, exactly the count you want to be in if you're Jeff Watkin. And there's a mighty hack as McLean took a little bit off of that one. Two balls, 2 strikes now. And again, just something into the outfield here. I mean, I'd settle for a bomb. But
sure.
I'd also settle for just a base hit into left center.
Down the third base
just
line,
a little
shoot one
dumper
over the
shortstop. Here comes the 2-2. And that one is hit a mile in the air, but it's going to be foul. much like the Landry one from back in the first inning, that one had more than enough distance, but just out in front of it. In fact, it landed in about the same patch of grass. If Al can hear me, Big Al, those two balls are probably touching out there from the first inning and from the bottom of the fifth, so the count remains 2-2.
And
So
Tanner
what do you
McLean
do
making
here
the
if you're
pitch when he
McLean?
needs to.
Well, that's right. And again, right, well, I'll save that thought for a minute here. 2-2, 2 out. And that ball's fouled away. And what I was going to say is, again, when you have a guy on a pitch count, these foul balls matter.
They all
right?
matter.
When you're
Yep,
pushing towards
absolutely.
that 115.
And
I'd
as
have to
dominant
take a
he's
look and
been
see.
here, it's, you know, a bullpen arm comes in and you got a whole new life if you're the Ironman here.
Yeah, absolutely. McLean is at 82 according to the Islanders game changer.
Yeah, he's been pretty efficient so far outside this inning.
Another 2-2. And that is hit hard in left field, and that's going to get down. Fair ball. Goss is going to come around to score. Landry's going to come around to score as well. The throw home. He's going to get down, and he is out at home. A great throw and a great relay from the shortstop, Dylan Wirth. But the damage is done. An RBI hit from Jeff Watkin. And we're going to go to the top of the sixth. After 2 in the top of the inning, the Ironmen scored 2 in the bottom. We're going to the sixth. It is 2-2 on O'Donaghues Ironmen Baseball Live, powered by Snag Sports. Ironmen Baseball Live is brought to you by O'Donaghues Irish Pub. If you and your pup are looking for a snack, bring them on by and check out the O'Dogs Pup Menu. With plenty of space on our outdoor patio, you and your furry friend can both enjoy some of your favorites all summer long. Check out both our 2- and 4-legged menus on our website, O'Donaghues.com. O'Donaghues, welcome to your pub. Well, an action-packed bottom of the fifth inning there is, again, the Ironmen get a RBI single from Kevin Landry, and then Jeff Watkin comes through with an RBI. I don't know if that was a single or a double. I didn't see if he got to second base. We'll have to see later on if they officially scored at a single or a double. But the inning ends with Kevin Landry thrown out at home. Jake and I were discussing between innings there how we thought about this. And again, you're in a situation where you got Jake Cook coming up who's been hitting well. So your thought there is, listen, if he gets thrown out at home, bottom of the sixth, you got Jake leading off.
Yep.
Good chance to get a base runner.
Yep.
The opposite side of the coin as well. If you have runners at second and third, Jake comes up with 2 outs. So you know what?
Yeah. No,
I'm glad I don't have to make that call.
No, absolutely.
Right?
It's one of those ones that's kind of in between where as he takes ball 1. As it took a great relay from the shortstop Wirth to be able to get him at the plate.
And that's one of those things, right? You're banking on them making a great play and a great throw.
Yep.
And that's high for a ball 2-0. And again, if that throws up the line, if you skip it or something, right?
And Landry runs well enough that you can chance that. It's not a game breaker by any means.
Absolutely. And that is high 3-0. And now this is not the guy you want to be losing here, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. 3-0 to Jack McKenzie.
Striking a ground ball.
And that's high ball 4. All 4 pitches well up out of the strike zone. And we're going to get times called here.
And it looked, Chris, almost like Jay was trying to put a little bit extra on those ones. He can, the boys got him back into the game.
Yeah.
He's trying to come out and strike the world out here in the 6th.
And I think the message is going to be, from Watkin going out here, listen, just settle down, right? Good defense behind you. These guys are just trying to put the ball in play. Let's make something happen.
Yep.
Update on the action in the bullpens. Van Putten still just throwing down in the PEI corner. Not actually warming up. Again, the catcher just at a standing position. No activity in the Ironman bullpen. And that's back to the top of the order for Dubois, and that's a changeup on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Dubois, like a lot of Islanders, 0 for 2 in the game, has grounded out and I think flown out.
Yes.
Excellent. Got one right. There's a throw over. Checking on McKenzie over there.
Keep Nick on his toes over there. That throw to first base had a little bit of
That's
gasoline
right. A little
behind
bit
it.
of mustard over the first. And that is a banner towards first. Nick's going to go to second for 1, and that's probably the only one they're going to get. And it's thrown away, and I think it's in the dugout, and it is. And again, I will say that is probably an ill-advised throw across from Wenzel there. Again, that was a really tough play. Chopper, I think that's one of those plays where you have to just be content with getting the lead runner. Obviously, it's a situation where you got the pitcher covering first, a lot of movement, a lot happening, and that one ends up in the dugout.
Yeah, it's so hard to make an accurate throw.
Yeah.
You got McKenzie bearing down on you and good clean slide through the bag there.
Yeah.
And you want to get out of the way of that. That's
Yeah.
number one, and it kind of pulls your
Yeah.
attention away from making sure you make a good throw.
Yeah, and for those of you scoring at home, that is
Fielder's choice. and
3-6 on the fielder's choice and no error on the play because you cannot assume a double play. So that is just a ball out of play, allowing the runner to advance. And that's a changeup in there for strike 1. I think maybe Watkin was crossed up there, and just like that, we're going to get
Just to
times
double
called.
check.
Well, and again, first time the Islanders have had a runner at second base all night,
Yes.
right? So nice to see the junior Ironmen bounce back. 16-4 they're up down there after getting beat 14-3 here last night. So nice to see the junior Ironmen bounce back tonight. Long look back for Miller. And that's a swing and a miss from Pickett's at a great changeup. So again, a couple visits to the mound here. Miller has come back out just firing peas. No balls, 2 strikes here to Pickett's. 1 out. Islanders do have a runner out at second base. And that is right there for strike 3. Freezes him. I believe that is 8 or 9, Jake.
That is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 so far.
8. Strikeout number 8. And we're going to get a visit from Kevin Bowes here. And I would have a feeling this is, do you want to put Dylan Doucette on? That's the conversation that they're going to have here. Again, you have Dylan Doucette, a guy who is hitting, who came in tonight hitting .452. You have a guy behind him who's hitting .188. So I think the conversation is, what do you want to do? Do you want to challenge Doucette, who's hitting .452, or do you want to take on Thompson, who's hitting .188? I guarantee you that was probably the conversation, and it looks like they're going to attack Dylan Doucette here. So 2 out, runner at second, tie ball game here, top of the 6th. And that's a fastball.
Good
I believe
pitch.
that was probably up a little bit.
Yeah, no, he's
Yep.
been consistent. That one's been
And
a ball.
that, and I will say, to give Luke a lot of credit, right? He has been very, very consistent at the top.
Especially
of
at
that
the
zone.
top, yeah.
Absolutely. He's been very consistent all around. Obviously, some displeasure, I don't think, because of necessarily questionable calls, just borderline calls and the intensity of the game
Yeah,
right, ratchets up.
Yep,
His
exactly.
strike zone's been very consistent. And that's a fastball down. 2-0. And again, maybe this is a unintentional intentional walk. One of those pitch around situations.
Yeah, no, that
Don't
it
think
could
you're
be-
going to give in to Doucette here. And that's a fastball on the inside part for a strike. And again, that's a let's keep it out of the middle.
work around him,
Yep,
but if
yep.
you can get him to
I
chase
would-
a couple,
I wouldn't
not
be
the worst thing
I
in the
wouldn't be
world.
surprised if you see a changeup down in the dirt here. And that's a great pitch there that's called up. I don't think Miller liked that. Had something to say. Not sure if it was words of self-encouragement or something else. Hard to pick up with these big bulky headphones on. So now 3-1. And that is fouled away. Back to the screen to be a full count. So a full count, 2 out here to Doucette. Miller trying to end it right here with a 0 and let the Ironmen get back on the bats with the 4, 5, 6 guys coming up, or 5, 6, 7. The pitch, swing and a miss. Watkin holds on, and that is strike 3. Strikeout number 9 for Jay Miller through 6 innings of work. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 2-2 ball game between the first place PEI Islanders and the second place your Chatham Miramichi Ironmen here on O'Donaghues Ironmen Baseball Live.
Van Putten.
So a pitching change here for the Islanders in the bottom of the 6th. Tanner McLean's night is done, and it'll be Nathan Van Putten coming into the game for the Islanders. This will be his 8th appearance of the season. He's 3-0 with a 2.71 ERA, has 20 innings, 20 strikeouts, 12 hits allowed, but Jake, he does have 15 walks. So a situation here where you have a guy coming into the game who, again, 15 walks in 20 innings. The Islanders, or the Ironmen, a very patient team.
Yeah, play into your strengths.
Yep.
A lot of guys like to take the walk, get on base, and kind of
Yep.
move it around here. So
Yeah, absolutely. So 2-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th here. It's going to be Cook and Leggett and Walsh. We'll see if we see any pinch hitters stirring. The Ironmen do have some options down there on the bench. Tyler McKay's down there.
Andrew Langtang.
Andrew Langtang down there. Maybe a, if you need a bunt or need a pinch runner. And we get the throw down here, and we're going to get the bottom of the 6th. So Van Putten into the game for the Islanders. That's going to close the book on Tanner McLean. McLean gives up 2 runs on 9 hits
Leading off for the Ironmen.
and will be saddled with a no decision.
3 strikeouts.
3 strikeouts. And again, credit to the Ironmen. McLean coming into the game had given up 2 hits in 10 innings. He gives up 9 hits in 5 innings here tonight. So,
A little
able to
bit
get to him a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a building block for the Ironmen.
Now pitching for the Islanders, number 21, Nathan Van Putten.
And that is, I have to call a spade, folks. That is a very bad call for strike 1.
The fans not
And-
shy
yeah,
to let
there's-
him know.
And Luke Obi is here. And again, I just not sure what happened there, but that pitch looked very down. And that is looped foul down the left field line. And again, we've been there. You know what?
Yep.
Everybody misses one every now and then.
Yep.
Right? You get a new guy fresh into the game. Obviously, pitching
Little more
moves
movement.
in a different way, right?
Yeah.
You miss one, but hearing it right now. So 0-2 here to Cook. Van Putten comes set. And that is high and away for a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So again, Cook, Leggett, and Walsh, the scheduled hitters here in the 6th. His tempers settle back down here. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So that'll be out number 1. So Van Putten with a strikeout of his first batter. And that'll bring up Leggett. The Ironmen, the junior Ironmen, with a 16-4 win against Fredericton. That game is over. So 14-3 Fredericton last night, 16-4 Ironmen tonight. Those teams slugging the heck out of each other on the road. And there's a swing and a miss by Leggett. Way behind that one. So 0-1 here. And that is outside for a ball.
Van
1
Putten
ball,
will
1
look
strike.
into the dugout. Doesn't like that call.
Yep.
So both sides tonight having,
And yeah, they're taking issue with things, but again, the intensity ratcheted up here. And that is hit into the air and left. That'll be an easy play for the left fielder in the second out of the inning.
Now batting the third baseman, number 14, Logan Walsh.
Looking ahead to the seventh, it's going to be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Islanders. And again, McLaren just out for a quick word with Van Putten here. Maybe discussing some strategy on how to handle Logan Walsh. 2 out here in the bottom of the sixth. And that is right down Broadway for strike one. Walsh over 2 here in the ball game. That is down and away for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1.
no action in the Ironman bullpen, so Jay Miller will come out to start the seventh.
Absolutely. I mean, his pitch count probably only in the 70s. And yes, he did. Swung at that one. Went around. That runs it to 1-2 as he was looking fastball and got a slider unable to hold up. Van Putten looking for a clean inning of relief here. And that's going to be called a ball. Two balls, 2 strikes now is the count. 2 out here in the bottom of the sixth. And that is right there for strike 3 on a slider. Walsh will go down looking. So a clean 1-2-3 inning of relief for Van Putten. We'll go to the 7th. Hang on to your seats, folks.
The Ironman
It is 2-2.
No runs, they didn't have a hit, there were no Island errors, and nobody was left.
Ironman Baseball Live is brought to you by O'Donaghues Irish Pub. Lobster roll, fries, and a cold beer. That's it. That's the ad. What else do you need to hear? Come on down to O'Don's and pick one up today. You can also order ahead or have it delivered. Check out our website, O'Donaghues.com, or check us out on DoorDash. O'Donaghues, welcome to your pub. All right, so we go to the 7th. It's going to be Thompson to lead it off here. The Islanders' first baseman and cleanup hitter. Thompson, McLaren, Worth, the scheduled hitters here for the Islanders here in the 7th. And that's a foul ball, a bunt attempt. Miller, to this point, has allowed 2 runs on 2 hits. Both of those hits came in the top of the 5th. He allowed an infield single and a home run to Sam Worth. Those are the only 2 hits the Islanders have had. Miller has 9 strikeouts, and I think he's walked 1. Jack McKenzie in the last inning. I think is the only walk of the ball game for the Islanders. Oh, 0-1 here to Thompson. Here comes the pitch. That is a little pop-up. Foul territory, back of first. And Leggett will make the play, and that's out number 1. So it'll be McLaren and then Dylan and Sam Worth. Not at the same time, one after the other. Going ahead to the Ironman bottom of the 9th, it would be Hale, or bottom of the 9th, bottom of the 7th, it'll be Hale, Wenzel, and then top of the order. We'll see if Kevin Bowes has any intention of getting the pinch hitters going, and that's a fastball on the inside part of the plate for strike one. And that's called high, and then again, that's been very consistently a ball all night. Great job from Luke Obi keeping the top of that strike zone under control.
Ready to do another dandy ball game tonight, Snag.
Yep. Classic Ironman baseball. You pay for your whole seat, but you only need the edge.
Between that and the comeback wins last year and this year, we've been treated some great baseball on the stream.
Yep. Don't know if my herder's going to be able to handle it all summer. And that is popped out of play, so that'll keep the count at 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 1 out, top of the 7th inning. Miller trying to set down Cole McLaren. And that is nubbed towards third. A great defensive swing from McLaren there. McLaren has had a great game behind the plate tonight. Several key blocks. He has throughout the only stealing attempt as well. Jake Cook back in the 2nd inning. See if he can do it with the stick here. And that is another foul ball. So McLaren staying alive, staying alive. So 1-2 remains the count here. 1 out, top of the 7th inning. Here comes the pitch. And that is hit towards first. Leggett picks it up on 2 hops. And he'll run that over himself. 3 unassisted for out number 2. So that'll bring up Dylan Worth. Worth is 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Struck out swinging and struck out looking. Miller trying to set his team up for some bottom of the 7th heroics here. And that is right down the middle fastball for strike 1. So we fight some mosquitoes here in the press box. And that is outside for a ball as he goes to the changeup. I'll tell you one thing's for sure, Jake, and I'm going to say it on the stream. We're going to have to fix the chair situation in here for Nationals.
No, not ideal.
No. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Not that I intend on being here.
No,
but
we'll be at the
for the people who are
confines.
We're gonna have to get some. We're gonna have to fix the seating situation.
Dan, maybe
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's right. 2 out, top of the 7th. Miller comes set, rocks and fires, and that's high and away for a ball. So Dylan Worth will see another one. Sam Worth on deck, the man who has done all the damage for PEI in this game. A 2-run home run on the top of the 5th. The pitch. And that is called strike 3 as he goes change up on the outside part of the plate. That'll be punch out number 10 for Miller. A great 7 innings of work for Jay Miller. The Ironmen are going to try to walk it off here in the bottom of the 7th. It is 2-2 on O'Donaghues Ironmen Baseball Live. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Let me change over the scorebook. Van Putten, who had a 1-2-3-6th in relief of Tanner McLean. And it is going to be Garrick Hale and Wenzel in the on-deck circle. So Hale and Wenzel, 8-9 hitters, going to try to get it back to the top of the order here for Mike McKay. Again, I think the issue is with a lot of the guys on the bench, right? This is your second base and shortstop here. Ironman short a few options, no Keating, no Molson. So Hale and Wenzel are going to have to try to get on here, and that is outside for ball 1. There's a big swing and a miss from Hale, but a good hack. That'll even the count at 1-1. Thank you, Ben. And there's a curveball that stays just inside. Probably like to see Hale wear that one, eh, Dig?
Yeah, any way you can here. Bottom of the 7th. The wind's kind of picked up, blowing in.
It sure
left
has,
now.
yeah. You can see the flags. And that is on the outside part of the plate for strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Here it comes. And that's in the dirt. So that'll run it full to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. Ironman looking to start the inning off with a base runner. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Hale. And that is looped into right field from Hale again for the 3rd time, and that one will be caught. He's been trying to sneak one down that right field line and has not been able to do so. Turn the right stand. There we go. So that'll bring up Wenzel. If I remember correctly, Wenzel scored the only run here Monday night.
Yes, he was the lone.
Was the run scored on that Kevin Landry single. It's fastball down the middle for strike 1. Quick update on the bullpen situation. Nobody in the Islanders. Zach Goss just completes his warm-ups for the Ironman. We will see if he comes out here for the 8th, if there is an 8th. And that's outside for a ball. Top of the order for the Ironman and Mike McKay will be next.
Wenzel trying to do anything he can here to get on base for the top.
Absolutely. That's a fastball in there for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. And that is looped down the right field line, and that's going to fall to the ground. The Ironmen have not really been able to put much in play off of Van Putten through his 4 hitters so far. A couple strikeouts and a couple of harmless fly balls.
Yeah, it's been very, very productive since coming into the game. No damage from the Ironman bats so far.
1 ball, 2 strikes here to Wenzel. And that's in the dirt. And again, we did highlight, looking at the stats, when Van Putten seems to have gotten into trouble this season, it's via the free pass. He has not had any problems with control here up until this point.
Nope.
All around the strike zone, basically saying, here it is, come and hit it. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Wenzel. And that is called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. 3rd strikeout for Van Putten. And that is 2 down. And it'll turn it back over to the top of the order. And Mike McKay. So McKay comes up to, there's the music. Not sure what the delay was there. So 2 out and McKay up here. And that's back to the screen for ball 1. McKay, and then if the inning were to continue, it would be Zach Goss. Here comes the 1-0. And that is on the outside part of the plate for a strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And that is down and away for ball 2. Van Putten to these right-handed hitters has been living away, 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 and has been very successful. No, sir, Frazier. We don't have that rule here. 2-2. There is no runner at second rule here. Been some long games this year, too. There's been a couple of 9-inning games, I think an 11-inning game.
Yep.
2 balls, 1 strike here. And that's a curveball in there for strike 2. Not what McKay was looking for there. He was sitting fastball for sure.
Yeah, no, Van Button doing a great job throwing that breaking ball in the outer half.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th. Here it comes. And that is bounded down the first baseline, foul.
Just trying to stay alive here. If you get him on first, you steal base.
Yep, that's right.
That
Most
single by Zach
dangerous base
Goss.
runner that they have. 2-2, 2 out again here. Here it comes. And that is fouled away. McKay stays alive. Again, if the game reaches the top of the 8th, it'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Islanders. Worth, McInnes, and McKenzie. 2-2 again. And that is high for a ball. So that'll run it full now. Full count, 2 out here, bottom of the 7th. Tie ball game. Does the inning continue, or do we go to extras? Or option C. And that is hit towards third. And that's going to eat up the third baseman. McKay's going to round first and head towards second, but he's going to go back as they're able to pick it up. That'll be scored a hit. I disagree with that.
And the right fielder, number 33.
I disagree with that one, but either way.
Now, if you're
it's
the
all
Islanders.
good. I mean, a really hard hit ball, tough play.
Yeah, if you're the Islanders, Mike McKay wants to get to second base.
That's right.
And so I think these first 2 pitches from Van Putten are going to be fastballs on the outer half.
Yep. So now Zach Goss steps up here. 2 out and a runner at first. McKay with a healthy lead over there. And now a righty in the game. And that is on the outside part of the plate, just as Jake predicted. The Ironmen have attempted 1 stolen base in the game. McLaren is 1 for 1 throwing runners out. Nora Van Putten did not start for the Islanders. Tanner McLean through the first 5 innings. Here comes the 0-1 throw over, and McKay back in there safely. A quick move there from Van Putten.
Same thing here if I'm Zach. I'm expecting fastball.
Yep.
Not going to allow Mike to take a bag if you throw a curveball in the dirt.
And I tell you what, if you get it over that outside part of the plate, doink it into left field. McKay not going, and that is inside for strike 2. Goss, a bit of a shake of the head there, didn't like that call. So quickly 0-2 here now with 2 out. McKay, the runner over at first, takes a little bit of an extra step as he's just past the edge of the cutout. And we're going to get times called here at the dish. 0-2, 2 out. Goss back in. Van Putten set. There goes the runner. And that's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. The inning is over. So Van Putten strikes out 4 in his 2 innings of work. And it's free baseball here from Ironman Field. As we're going to go extra innings, it is 2-2.
Ironman Baseball Live is brought to you by O'Donaghues Irish Pub. If you're looking for great lunch options, look no further than our weekly soup and sandwich special. Available from 11 to 4 Monday to Friday and 12 to 4 on weekends, swing by for a feed or order through our website, O'Donaghues.com. Make sure to check out our Facebook page for this week's special. O'Donaghues, welcome to your pub.
So we go to the top of the 8th inning here. Miller back out here for the Ironmen. He has allowed 2 runs on 2 hits across 7 innings. has 10 strikeouts tonight, which vaults him up to 33, which again will move him ahead of Don Goodis, Brody McDonald, and Julio Hernandez. He'll only be behind Hayden Dow now in the strikeout leaderboard.
It would have to be some long game tonight for him to catch Hayden Dow.
Yeah, Hayden Dow has 42. Miller now has 33, but he has those 33 in 19 innings pitched.
Here's the guy that's done all the damage tonight against Jay Miller.
That's right.
Sam Worth's 2-run home run in the
Yep.
bottom, or top
Top of the fifth. And that is high for a ball. And again, we saw this last inning, or last inning or the inning before for Miller, where he came out and just everything was up. Has to make an adjustment here. Top of the 8th inning. That is in there for a strike. That'll run it to 2-1. Worth has done all the damage in this game for the Islanders. A 2-run home run just over the wall in left field in the top of the 5th. The only runs the Islanders have scored. And that is right there for strike 2. Worth doesn't like that one. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Punch out number 11 for Jay Miller. Activity in the Islanders bullpen, I believe that is Ethan Smith. And the reason why I believe that is the only other player on their lineup. And I know it's not Jack Burke because I can see his number doing the catching. And that's in there.
Regular Sherlock Holmes when it comes to...
I know, right? See, listen, I've been making some mistakes lately, so, I'm trying to be on the top of my game. So I believe that is Ethan Smith. One strike here to McInnes, and that's in there for strike 2. And you might remember the last time we saw Ethan Smith, he absolutely dominated the Ironmen at Ironman Field in Game 4 of the finals.
Yeah, a
complete
really
game shutout.
Good game. Really, really.
And that is nubbed towards third, and that'll be foul. So count will remain 0-2. So it'll be McInnes followed by the number 9 hitter, Jack McKenzie, who walked his last time. 0-2. That is high for a ball as he tries to go upstairs. One and two. One out here, top of the 8th. And that is strike 3 called. Strikeout number 12. That is 35.
Hang on just a second.
You know what? Maybe it's one of those things where Miller has the stream in his ear, and he heard you say he can't catch Hayden Dow tonight.
You know what? If that's what it takes.
Hardest. There's a swing and a miss. McKenzie laid on that one for strike 1. The Ironmen do have Goss ready.
I think this is a guy emptying the tank right.
Yeah.
Knows that this is probably his last inning.
4th time through the order about to happen here. And that is a great pitch. Just down, I believe. Looked like that was just below the strike zone. Again, everybody, tension's high here at the park. That is popped out of play. And it'll run the count to 1-2. Again, this has definitely, Jake, felt like a playoff atmosphere.
Yes, absolutely. It's whenever these two teams get together, regardless of them being 1 and 2, it just feels like there's a little bit more at stake.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Jay Miller strikes out the side for number 11, 12, and 13 in the ball game. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Ironman with a chance to end it here. It's going to be the 3, 4, 5 hitters. 14 strikeouts. Holy moly. Anyway, bottom of the 8th we go. It is still 2-2. So the Islanders are once again going to go to the bullpen as Ethan Smith is into the game. This will be his 6th appearance of the season. He has thrown 9 innings this year. No wins, losses, or saves. In those 9 innings, he has given up 8 hits, a walk, has 7 strikeouts, and a 2.33 ERA. And again, the last time we saw Ethan Smith, he was dicing up the Ironmen in Game 4, the final game of the 2025 New Brunswick Senior Baseball League playoffs, as we watch the Islanders celebrate at Ironman Field. And now Smith in here, trying to keep this game 2-2, and he is going to have to go through the tough part of the order here. Landry, Watkin, and Jake Cook. And
Boy,
if
that
you
sounds
don't-
like
and
runs,
and
doesn't
if
it?
you don't think Kevin Landry's going to be swinging for the scoreboard like he does every single time, but he's going to be sitting first pitch dead red fastball.
Yeah, you're not going to see him get cheated on a fastball.
And I'll tell you what,
early in the camp.
Jake mentioned it a few innings ago, and you can see it on the left side of your screen. The flags that had perked up with some breeze are dead silent here at the moment. We were getting some breeze pushing from the left.
I've
but
seen
now-
Landry hit some baseballs that the breeze wouldn't have mattered if it was
I've
gale
seen Landry
force.
hit some tanks in this ballpark.
Yeah.
We have had 3 games here. The only home run we have seen, or 4 games here now. The only home run we have seen was the one that
Worth.
Sam Worth hit earlier tonight. So again, Landry, Watkin, and Cook here. The Ironmen looking to walk it off here in the bottom of the 8th. So Landry steps in to face Ethan Smith. Wonder, God, this has to be first pitch curveball. Has to be first pitch off speed.
That's what that discussed.
Yep. And it goes first pitch fastball on the outside part of the plate. Landry takes it for a strike. Landry drove in the Ironman first run of the game tonight. And that is fouled off at the plate. Good communication there from the umpires. One of those situations where the home plate umpire sometimes has a hard time seeing the ball hit the batter, but third base umpire Brian Cummings very, very quick. The other game tonight in the 8th inning too, I believe it's Fredericton's in St. John tonight. And that is hit hard towards third, but foul. I believe they're playing a home and home. I think it's in St. John tonight,
Thursday,
in Fredericton
Friday.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Usually the Friday night at Baseball Hill in front.
Yes, that's right. So I think they're doing a little home and home there between those two teams. So 0-2 here to Landry to lead off the top of the 8th. Not a soul has left the park here. Everybody waiting on in anticipation. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So he gets a fastball by Landry for out number 1 here.
Now batting the catcher, number 16, Jeff Watkin.
And that'll bring up Jeff Watkin. Jeff being a good, hard-working guy, I need him to know. Got to work in the morning.
Time to get this one wrapped up is
Help the
what you're
guy
saying.
out here. That's in the dirt for ball 1. And again, we've had some great crowds here at the home away from home. The Waldo Henderson Park, as the Chatham Head Tigers have extended their hospitality. The field has been in exquisite condition. Every game we've been here, the 1-0. And that is on the inside part of the plate for a strike. One ball, one strike. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. And that is at the bottom of the zone for strike 2. Oh, Moncton's in Fredericton tomorrow night. Thank you, Nora. I knew the Royals were playing at home tomorrow night because I saw their social posts on K Sports Live earlier today. So just couldn't remember who the visiting team was going to be. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Watkin. And that is outside for a ball. Tried to get him to chase the slider away there. Watkin not biting. 20%. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The hit margin in this game, Ironman 10, Islanders 2. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Smith goes back-to-back strikeouts here to start the bottom of the 8th. And that'll bring up Jake Cook. And we've said it a few times this week, a guy who has had some success here at the Waldo. With Nick Leggett on deck, the Ironman could use a base runner here with 2 outs. Get something going. And that is hit hard towards second, and that'll be stopped. They have to throw over to first, and they throw it away! What would have been a routine play, and Cook will end up at second base. So that'll be E4. And again, that was a play, a little line drive out towards second, and we're going to get times called here, and then we're going to get a mound visit to kind of settle things down. And again, that's a situation. That was a hard hit ball towards Doucette. He able to block it and keep it in front of him. And then I think he had plenty of time to get up and make the throw to first, but then he tries to throw from his knees.
Little rush, dude. That ball was hit hard enough.
He had time
to
get
step up and
make that throw to first. He throws it from his knees, throws it away, and Cook able to take second. The Ironman's next game, Saturday, 4 p.m., the Royals will be in town. It will be the first time this year we have been at Ironman Field. 4 p.m. start Saturday.
Only the 11th of July. Game at Ironman Field.
Hey, and they're going to put Nick Leggett on. So Nick Leggett gets the intentional pass with 2 out. Again, he doesn't matter. The winning run is out at second base. This is just a situation of would you rather face Leggett or would you rather face Logan Walsh? And boy, oh boy, if there was ever a time for Logan Walsh to break out, it is right here, right now. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 8th inning. And a mighty hack there from Walsh. Swings through it for strike 1.
Great arms in center and right for
the
Islanders. If you are going to hit one out of an outfield, want to pull it if you're Walshy.
Cook does have some good speed, so we will see on a base hit how aggressive they want to be here with Garrick Hale on deck. That is at the bottom of the zone for strike 2. So just like that, Walsh down 0-2. 2 on, 2 out here, bottom of the 8th. 0-2 from Smith to Logan Walsh. Trying to extend the game into the 9th inning. And that is fouled away as Smith tried to get him chasing at a slider out of the zone. Walsh able to get the bat on the ball. And I tell you, that is heads up there from Walsh, because if you can flare something over the second baseman here, there is a big gap between the center fielder and the right fielder. Just a little excuse me something. And that is hit high, deep to center field, back at the track, at the wall. It's ball game! Logan Walsh walks it off with an RBI single over the head of center fielder Simon Dubois, and the Ironmen win 3-2. And I'll tell you what, we said it earlier in the game, a guy who has struggled, hit something hard. Dubois playing shallow in that situation because you have to be able to have a chance to throw it the runner at home. Over his head, a walk-off single for Logan Walsh, and Dig, we were treated to exactly what we said, a low-scoring, close ball game. We cannot understate Jay Miller. He goes 8 innings, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, and 14 strikeouts here tonight. Import doing import things. What else could you want from a ball game?
Yeah, no, like we talked about in the top of the show, a pitcher's duel, and they really treated us to a great ball game. Both teams, a couple defensive miscues, but Logan Walsh comes up in a big spot there, and Dubois and all the outfielders doing the right thing. You have to have a chance to throw Jay Cook out. So when he hit that ball to center field.
Well, and you look at that situation, right? Again, a 2-out error ends up being the winning run.
Yeah, exactly.
That is, you know what? We said it in the playoffs many times last year. The Islanders do not make many mistakes.
No, you have to
That was
capitalize.
the reason they swept the Ironmen in 4 games. They don't make a lot of mistakes. But that was a situation where they made a mistake. The Ironmen take advantage. Jake Cook picks up a great 90 feet on an error. And then, obviously, Logan Walsh, the hero here tonight, with a walk-off. I mean, it's called a single, but that was
Smash.
deep to center field, smashed. And, again, we'll see now if he can carry that forward and start building some of that positive momentum. But that's going to do it here from the Waldo Henderson Memorial Field. The Ironmen pick up a 3-2 win as they walk it off in the bottom of the 8th. And give Jay Miller another win as he goes 8 full innings with 14 strikeouts. We will be back on the air Saturday, 4 p.m. as we go to Ironman Field for the first time. Again, thank you everybody out there on Facebook and YouTube who tuned into the stream. The final score here from the Waldo Henderson, your Chatham Miramichi Ironman 3, the PEI Islanders 2. On behalf of Jake Dignam, I am, of course, voice of the Chatham Miramichi Ironman, Chris Jardine. Take care and enjoy the night.